century, 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th. Do you read me, Terranaut?
I read you loud and clear.
We are talking to you from the Time Machine Control Center. A rocket has been launched which, for the first time, will take man millions of years back in time. The Terranaut himself will determine what era he will stop in.
Control to Terranaut. Control to Terranaut. You are now traveling 100,000 years a minute. You are passing through the upper Pleistocene period. How do you feel?
I feel fine. Everything normal. All systems A-OK. Through observation scope, I see nothing but forests, mountains, and rivers. Wait, now I see people. Very strange looking, dressed in animal skins.
Roger. Check time report. Please read off.
I have a reading of 1 million years back. I have enough fuel in which to continue.
Roger.
I now have a reading of 150 million years back.
You are now passing through the Cretaceous era.
I plan to stop in Jurassic period. Just a minute. Must be there. I see huge forests, swamps. I am preparing for landing. We'll switch to direct communication unit.
Happy landing.
By special radio, we will be able to hear the Terranaut direct from the land of the dinosaurs. We now switch to the direct communication frequency.
Phew, that was a pretty smooth landing. A little muddy. What's this? Strange. It seems to be a huge tree trunk with a leathery-like bark.
Tree trunk indeed. Would you mind getting off my toe?
Golly, a talking tree.
Don't be foolish. Trees don't talk. But I do. And I repeat, would you mind getting off my toe?
Yo, it's not a tree. It's a dinosaur. A talking dinosaur.
Yeah.
What do I do now? Nobody told me the dinosaurs could talk. What do I say to him? How do you talk to a dinosaur? What language do you use? Do you grunt and growl, roar and howl, or holler up, yoo-hoo? How do you talk to a dinosaur? Do you say, how do you do? It seems like 100 million years since we last saw you. No, 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 no. That would be so crude. I'm sure that he would think, well, that I was very rude. Oh, how do you talk to a dinosaur? Do you say, so nice to see you? My, how all those years flew by. Well, well, old fellow, what's new? How do you talk to a dinosaur when he looks so fierce and great? Do you tell him that in a million years he's gonna be out of date? No, 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 no. That seems all wrong too. Holy smoke, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. How do you talk to a dinosaur when you're so far away from his head? Maybe it's better to keep my mouth shut and let him do the talking instead.
I am doing the talking. And I repeat, will you kindly get off my toe?
I'm terribly sorry. You see, I thought you were a tree. It was very foolish of me not to notice until I looked up. There. Does that feel better? I hope I didn't hurt you.
Hurt me? Ha ha. Ah! Why, you were just tickling me. But you can't imagine what a bother it is for me to reach all the way down there to scratch my toe. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Brontosaurus, a dinosaur to you. Now that we're introduced, how do you do? Of my origins, my little friend, it's ancient history. But permit me, if you please, to present my family tree. There's Monoclonius, Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, too. Iguanodon and Trocodon. I must have them meet you. Protoceratops, Triceratops, to mention but a few. And Stegosaurus, the scholar who wrote the dinosaurs. Who's who? Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, Brontosaurus, of course that's me. We're strictly vegetarians on this family tree. Except Cousin Allosaurus, whose manners are quite crude. He'd rather eat than meet you. To him you're strictly food. Uncle Pachycephalosaurus, though he's rather shy, he is my favorite uncle, a really sweet old guy. We can't forget pterosaurs, my relatives that fly. Rhamphorhynchus, Pteranodon, you'll meet 'em by and by. We even have sea serpents, the ichthyosaurs are these. Cousin Mosasaur and Oculon sail the 7 seas. The list is very long, and I'm sure that you can see I could go on indefinitely, but there's only one with whom you'll be concerned. My name is Brontosaurus, a dinosaur to you. Now that we're introduced, how do you do? I don't know what brings you to this hot and swampy place, but I must admit it's nice to see a strange new face. What are you doing here?
I've come on a peaceful scientific mission.
A what?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Brontosaurus.
Oh, come on, call me Bronte.
All right, Bronte. But in 20th century Earth where I live, you don't exist anymore. Truthfully, you've been extinct for at least 70 million years.
Extinguished? Me? What a pity.
It certainly was to us, because all we know of you now are some fossils we've dug up.
Can't you speak simply? What's a fossil?
Oh, that's just a fancy name for the bones of an animal which have hardened into stone after many years.
So, in your world, I'm just an old fossil. How do I look?
A lot skinnier than you do right now. You're just a long drink of a skeleton that lives in a museum. That's why I was so anxious to see you in the living flesh.
Well, frankly, I'm tired of dragging around all this fat flesh. What a relief it would be to be as slim as a skeleton. Not that I want to be an old fossil, though. Tell me, how'd you find all my bones?
We didn't, for 70 million years.
Boy, were you guys slow.
But then in the 1800s, a 12-year-old girl named Mary Anning found the bones of your cousin, Ichthyosaurus.
Icky? That sea creep? You found him first? But what about me?
You turned up years later in Wyoming. And what a job it was for the paleontologist to put your old fossil back together again.
The paleo who?
The paleontologist is the scientist who specializes in fossils, like your old fossil.
Me, an old fossil? Why, I'm just a kid. How can they call me old? 247 years for a dinosaur is just like being a teenager. Why, my father lived to be 512, and you call me old. Please pity the poor old fossil who once was alive, you'll know. Now his bones are turned to stone, and that's all he's got to show. Please pity the poor old fossil separated from his skin. Imagine if you were an elbow bone and couldn't find your shin. But to a paleontologist how important it must be. For every fossil that he finds helps to explain history. But think of that poor old fossil stuck between layers of rock, hit with hammers and picked at with picks. It must be an awful shock. Please pity the poor old fossil. He has my sympathy. For 100 million years from now, that fossil will be me. Gee.
Look, Mr. Dinosaur, I didn't mean to get you so upset.
Well,
You're not going to be a fossil for centuries. So why don't you just relax and enjoy yourself?
yeah, let's talk about today. All your talk about extinguishing me makes me very nervous.
Not extinguishing, extinction.
Oh.
That's a big difference. Like in my day, why we... Say, what do you do around here all day?
A day in the life of a dinosaur is such a frightful bore. For all we do is eat, and then we eat some more. A day in the life of a dinosaur, don't think, my friend, is a treat. It's a hard life for the likes of us, trying to make ends meet.
What does a dinosaur do for fun? Have you games like Monopoly? It must be pretty dull for you with no movies or TV.
And with our heads so far from our tails is quite a problem we find. To keep our minds on what's up front when we can't see what's happening behind. A day in the life of a dinosaur, don't think, my friend, is a treat. It's a hard life for the likes of us, trying to make ends meet. One day I was going for a walk when I felt something tugging at me. Was I surprised when I realized that caught in my tail was a tree?
If you dinosaurs were brighter, you might have thought to invent a rear view mirror that you could use to prevent such an accident.
A day in the life of a dinosaur, don't think, my friend, is a treat. It's a hard life for the likes of us, trying to make ends meet. At the end of the day, we're beat.
You poor fellow. You really have problems, don't you?
You think I've got problems? I'll take you to visit some of the other dinosaurs, and you'll really see problems.
Then let's go. Maybe I can help them.
Okay, you just hop on my back, and away we go.
You'll never get a ticket for speeding.
Listen, if you were a dinosaur, you'd watch your step, too. Do you know that sometimes the swamps around here are so soft that we can sink in over our head?
Why are you stopping? I don't see any dinosaurs around.
There's something wrong. I can't seem to move. I feel like I'm being sucked under. Help! I'm sinking. Call Brachiosaurus. Call Diplodocus. Call somebody before we're buried alive.
Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, help! We're sinking in the swamp. Hurry! Here they come. And look, that must be Ramphorhynchus flying down here.
Brachy, swing your neck around mine. Ramp, you hold my tail up in the air. Dippy, get that little creature off my back and get a hold of my middle. Now, everybody, hold together now. Heave! It's not working. I'm sinking deeper. Push! Pull! I'm only 60 tons. You should be able to move me.
Stop the pulling! Stop the tugging! Brawn alone won't do. You've got to use brains for this rescue. I've got an idea that will work at last. Let's hurry along, for we have to move fast. Quick, quick, quick. Pull down that tree. Strip off the branches and bring it back to me. Okay, on the double. See that boulder there? roll it down the hill, and bring it over here.
What are you guys doing? The mud's way past my knee. This is no time for games. You got to save me.
Now, Bracky, wrap your neck around that tree and place it on the boulder very carefully. Now at Bracky's middle, slide the tree trunk under. Every time you fellows move, it sounds like thunder. Ready, just like a seesaw. Push down on one side. Brace yourself, Bronte. You're going for a ride. Okay, fellows, lower the boom. There he goes. Watch him land. Ba-ba-ba-boom.
Hooray!
Brontosaurus is saved. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray.
That was a close call. I sure hope none of you ever get stuck. But if you do, you know without a doubt that I'd pull you out. My good friends, I don't know how I can thank you all. Oh, I know. My little friend here wants to see how you future fossils live now. So why don't you all go home and prepare your little place so my friend could see it? Okay? Good. And you, my little friend, a very special thanks to you. But I better watch out. These swamps will be the death of me someday.
Brontosaurus, you don't know how true those words are. We have an idea that's the way you became extinct.
There you go again.
Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to remind you.
That's all right. After all, you did save my life, and you're a real friend. And you know, it's a puzzle how you, a little peewee, could manage to rescue a giant like me.
Frankly, it's quite easy to explain. All I had to do was use my brain. You may weigh 50 tons or more and be as big as a tree. But though your body's huge, your brain is as small as a pea. And it's not smart to be dumb. It's not smart to be dumb, dum, dum, dum. Back where I come from, it's not considered smart to be dumb.
If only I could borrow a few brains from you, there's just no telling what I could do. A million years from now, I would still be alive, 'cause I study all the books on how to survive. I'd even start a dinosaur school, and everyone would have to attend. We'd study and we'd study till our brains were numb. There's just no telling where it would end. It's not smart to be dumb. It's not smart to be dumb, dumb, dum, dum, dum.
Back where I come from, it's not considered smart to be dumb. You could build big buildings, a car or a plane. You'd even switch from grass to chow mein. And after you discover electricity, in your air-conditioned room, you can watch TV. There's one thing that this rescue has proved.
What?
And I'm sure that you don't have to be told.
No.
You've got to use your brains more than your brawn. 'Cause one idea is worth your weight in gold.
Wow, wow. It's not smart to be dumb. It's not smart to be dumb, dumb, dum, dum, dum. Back where you come from, it's not considered smart to be dumb. Dumb. Allosaurus is coming! Allosaurus is coming! Quick! Hide behind this tree! When that vicious monster is hungry, he'll swallow you in one gulp!
Run, Brodie, run! He's right on your tail.
You don't frighten me! crush you to a pulp.
Watch it, Bronte. He's reaching for your neck. Smack him with your tail. Smack him with your tail. Hooray! You got him. Look out. There's another one behind you. Roll over on him. Now you've got him. Push him into the water. Yippee! You won. Poor Bronte. You're hurt. Let me help you.
It's nothing but a scratch. Those miserable Allosauruses, they make me so mad that they turn me into a killer.
But why didn't you run into the swamps? You know they're afraid of water.
And leave you behind to be eaten?
You're a wonderful guy, Bronte. A real pal.
Oh, it was really nothing.
But Bronte, why are you shivering? Are you cold?
Well, now that it's over, I'm afraid I've got the shivers. I'm really a peaceful guy, and I just hate to fight. You'd never know by looking at me. But you can't tell a book by its cover. With my leathery hide and huge size, you might think I'm fierce and very strong. But inside I'm just a softie. So please don't get me wrong. My neighbors never have any complaints. I never want to hurt anyone. I'd rather love than hate. I don't find fighting fun. Crazy mixed up Allosaurus, I really don't taste that sweet. Crazy mixed up Allosaurus, you'd rather fight than switch for meat? Look at me. Do I look mean? I'm no monster, for heaven's sakes. I'm sensitive. This shouting and shoving leaves me with a splitting headache. Just give me leaves, dripping with dew, and would I be content? You bet. 'Cause violence is bad for me. It makes my stomach upset. Crazy mixed up Allosaurus, I really don't taste that sweet. Crazy mixed up Allosaurus, you'd rather fight than switch for meat?
And you once said your life was a bore.
But I said it isn't a treat either. Lately it's been one crisis after another. When you reach my age, a fella likes to find a quiet place somewhere to retire. Just sleep and eat and relax.
I know just the place for you. A zoo.
What's a zoo?
Well, a zoo is a place where animals stay. Nice and quiet.
Well,
No problems.
oh boy.
And all they do is eat and sleep.
That sounds great. Could you take me back to a zoo?
Gee, Bronte, that would be great. But, oh, Bronte, I can't. There's just no room in my earth anymore. There's just no room for a dinosaur. Oh, why couldn't you have been smaller too? Like a koala, the koala, or the kangaroo. A wallaby, a woodchuck, or even a shrew. Or like a mouse, make a house out of a shoe. If you were a seal, a squirrel, or a sable, a lion, a lynx, you would have been able to find a wild jungle, a mountain, or zoo where you could run and play the way they do. If you were a whale, you could live in the sea. If a cat or a dog, you could live with me. If you were a monkey, you'd swing from a tree. But for a huge, immense, gigantic, colossal, stupendous, a really big dinosaur, that's an impossibility. Bronte, there's just no room on my earth anymore. There's just no room for a dinosaur. to be a porcupine or a little pig, a cheetah, a chinchilla, a little chipmunk, or a goat, or a cow, or a smelly old skunk. Lucky elephant and rhinoceros too. We've even found space to make a place for you and for the camel, the coyote, and the caribou, the giraffe, the gorilla, and even the gnu. From the alligator to the kinkajou, there's room for every animal except for you, 'cause you're a huge, immense, gigantic, colossal, stupendous, a really big, big dinosaur. And that's an impossibility, Bronte. There's just no room on my earth anymore. There's just no room for a dinosaur.
Say, maybe I could go on a diet.
Did you ever try it?
I never found one that could tell me how to lose 20,000 pounds of fat.
Dieting won't help you, Bronte. It's obvious that anyone who is 15 feet tall, 60 feet long, and weighs over 50 tons has a glandular problem.
There you go again. Why can't you say things simply? Well, enough of this fancy talk. I'm getting hungry. How about 16 tons of food?
That's a great idea.
Wait a second. Listen. What's that noise?
Control center to Terranaut. Control center to Terranaut. Come in, please. Do you read me?
That's my time machine control station. I'd better answer them. Terranaut to control center. Terranaut to control center. I read you loud and clear.
According to our calculations, you must depart at 0800 hours.
Roger. We'll begin preparations. Roger and out. Looks like I'm going to have to leave, Bronte.
Just when we were about to eat. Boy, if this day continues the way it has, I'll die of starvation.
Who? You?
Yeah, I didn't take no diet pill. Listen, I want to ask you something. Do you really think that we're going to become extinct because of the swamps?
Well, you know, Bronte, none of our scientists really know for sure. One theory is that you dinosaurs became careless about where you left your eggs, and a mammal who liked the yolk went around eating them.
Ridiculous.
Well then, maybe you'll agree with this one. Some scientists say that the glands that made giants of you might have also created a disturbance within you, like some disease that caused you all to die.
But I've never been sick a day in my life. I can't even remember the last time I had a cold.
Well, whatever the reason was, one thing we know for sure, there was some kind of a change that you dinosaurs couldn't adapt to.
Well, I'd like to make a change right now.
What's that, Bronte?
I'd like to change the plans for my future, if you don't mind.
If it were up to me, Bronte, you know I'd take you back to the 20th century Earth gladly. I'm sorry it's such an impossibility. Goodbye, goodbye, Brontosaurus. I won't be seeing you anymore. Thank you, my friend, for a wonderful day in the life of a dinosaur.
I'll say so long to Brachiosaurus for you, and farewell to Diplodocus too. And I'll tell Stegosaurus to send you a copy of the Dinosaurs Who's Who. That's the book with all our names in it, like Protoceratops and Triceratops. What is it?
Bronte, I'll read it from Ankylosaurus to
Pachycephalosaurus.
Well,
And we're gonna be extinct.
I've got to get ready to leave, Bronte.
You gotta leave?
Yeah.
Well, then we better finish the song. I'll tell Iguanodon and the Ichthyosaurs how sorry you were that somehow you never found the time to sit down and have a chat.
If ever I have a toothache, poor fellow has 2,000 teeth. His cavities must drive him insane.
It's a pity you never got to know my cousin Ankylosaurus very well. But he's really so shy, I didn't even try to get him out of his shell. I'm sorry that we're going to be extinct. Really, I think it's a shame.
Without you around, dear, dear Bronte, Earth won't be the same. Goodbye, goodbye, Brontosaurus. I won't be seeing you anymore. But thank you, my friend, for letting me spend a day in the life of a dinosaur.
Goodbye, little creature. I'm really going to miss you.
I'll miss you too, Bronte.
And don't forget. Come on, eat up, eat.
Boys and girls, the Pteronaut is on the last lap of the most incredible journey of our time. We're proud to have been able to bring this milestone in scientific achievement directly to you live, as it happened. And to our brave Pteronaut, welcome back to the 20th century.